Yo, that was an even better trailer than mine.
Yeah, it was great. As you can see, they made me look a lot older. I'm only 23, really.
What is going on? We got the legends back on the channel. That's right. That's right. What is going on? It's your boy, Fat Samurai Guy. Welcome back, everyone here. That's right. My brothers from other mothers. That's right. We got Mark Strange in the house. Welcome back, brother.
Hey, good to be here, man.
Yeah, man. We got James, Bryhan in the house. David, Lamont, how you guys doing?
Yo.
Good, man. Nice
That's
to be
right.
back.
And yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, Ranjeet disappeared again. This might be a thing. This might be a thing. He's shy. Ranjeet is shy. He's shy. It's all good. But first time on the channel, it's an honor to have Mr. Sean Cronin here. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you.
Yes.
Nice to see you guys.
Yes, looking badass in that black lip jacket. Yes, I'm gonna have to get one. All right, so we'll say hi to Ranjeet when he's back.
There he is. There he is.
He's back.
But welcome, everyone. Welcome. And we're talking Rupture today, baby. That's right. Cyberpunk Action Fest, indie hardcore representing, son. That's right. That's right. You see, we got up in here in the chat. We got the badasses, the Movie Dojo Army showing up here. We have Eric in the house. He's saying hello to everyone there.
Hi,
There we
Eric.
go.
Hello,
If
Eric.
you guys see his
Hey,
comment
hello,
when he
mate.
pop up. There we go. We got Kevin Lambert's KL's Entertainment News
Hey, Kevin.
saying hello. That's right. Hello, Fat Samurai Guy, and amazing guests. Let's start the fucking ruckus. That's right. That's how we do. That's right. And we got Golden Lenses in the house. Heather, what is going on? Everybody's saying Happy New Year. So yes, Happy New Year to you guys. That's right.
Oh, yeah,
And
Happy New
Ranjeet
Year,
is
everybody,
back.
by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah, it's the first time
Happy New
I've
Year,
seen
guys.
you all. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's awesome to have everybody here, and especially Mr. Ranjeet S. Marwa. That's right, Exiled, the chosen one's son. Great to have you back. And he's styling and profiling, got the backwards cap. That's how he rolls, son.
Always.
All right. Yes. But yeah, before we jump right into Rupture here, I have to ask Sean a question. Sean, since I got you here, brother, I was looking up your filmography and I was like, wow, I mean, how cool was it to be a part of two of the greatest spy franchises out there? That's right.
It was
James
amazing.
Bond, Mission Impossible, man.
Yeah, it was great. Tom Cruise is a funny guy. He's this tall, very small, but very nice. Very nice. He's a very nice guy. But that particular shot you showed me just there, it's really weird because there was no mirror there. We had Simon Pegg here, was opposite me, and I've got Tom Cruise's double, and behind me I've got Tom Cruise, and I didn't know he was behind me. And that day I'd had a full English breakfast. And I had black pudding, baked beans, I had eggs, and I couldn't stop farting. And Tom Cruise, and I didn't know Tom was behind me. I'm looking at his double. So Tom leans in and he goes, Sean, would you mind stop blowing off? He was a great guy. I worked with him. I was on that for 6 weeks. I'm in it for 3 minutes. It's my 3 minutes. The camera follows only me.
It's awesome, yeah.
And it was really great. And I made enough to buy my first house out of Mission Impossible, which was great. So, and he's a really lovely guy. He gets a lot of bad press. I worked on The World Is Not Enough, James Bond, but that was 1999. And Pierce Brosnan opened the submarine door with my head. But the most funny thing is, again, you showed that photograph of me with Denise Richards. I held Denise Richards round the waist for 21 days. She never said hello to me once, man. Never.
Wow.
But her hair smelled nice. But yeah, so it's been great. It's been great to work on the big movies. But what I love, really, is the independent movies, because the big ones are like a big machine and you're a tiny part of a massive thing. But on a film like
Right.
films like Ranjeet's films and films that I make and other films that these guys, David, James, and Mark do, we do a lot of independence where it's a real family, a brotherhood thing, and it's just it's great because we're making movies on the budget. You know, the catering budget on Mission Impossible is $50,000 a day, right?
Oh my God.
We're making movies on that, you know, on the breakfast budget. So, you know, I've done 89 movies and I've died in 85 of them now. So,
nice.
It's great. And,
can I say something, Sean?
Ranjeet killed me in Rupture.
I was about to say that.
I said, I don't die in this one. And then it comes on and I fucking die.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
Are you trying to beat Sean Bean's record?
I think
I was hoping to have Sean as like the 100th kill, and then he told me that I just fell short of it. I was like,
yeah, no, you're 85 you were.
Oh, but yeah, that's awesome.
It was
You're part of those.
It was great work with Mark. I played Mark's father in this, and I am very old, but I am still beautiful, as you can see. But we had to make my beard really, really white. I mean, you got Mr. Samurai's got a slightly white beard, and I'm a bit like Mark. We use a little bit of Just for Men. Not that we tell anyone.
I use it all the time, man.
Yeah, me too, mate. But they made me look really.
Can I say, Sean?
There he's going. We've all got it. No, we're all. In fact, the only one that's not using it is David. So we're going to buy you some.
Yeah. In fact, Dave, I'm going to send you this right through.
Yeah, there we go.
Look at him there.
Yeah, there he is. Look at him. Look at him. You don't want to mess with that guy. Look at him.
I'm a nasty piece of work in that, but it was great fun. I love Ranjeet. Great fun working with him. Mark said, "Look, I know you're young and beautiful, but we need someone to play my father."
I felt so bad when I made the call. Ranjeet needed someone, and I thought, "What about Sean?" And I said,
"No, didn't we?"
I didn't want to kind of contact you at first, Sean, because I thought I don't want to kind of contact you knowing that I'm going to offer a part for you that you're my dad. Yeah, and you're only like
you're older than me.
There's only a bit of a gap in between us, man.
Yeah, I am a little bit. I am old, but I've been, I'm beautifully preserved. But we had a wonderful makeup artist, Jojo Davis, who's great. She's actually doing my next vampire movie, Bogeyville, and she was brilliant. She made me look old really, really quickly. So
you look great, man. But you still look sexy, Sean.
Oh,
the old man.
Sexy motherfucker.
Hey, Sean, action and horror. That's what this channel is all about. Action, martial arts, and horror. That's what we represent here. Is there going to be anything early yet on the release date for this film?
Well, we start shooting on the 3rd of March. In fact, Johnny Chen, who is one of our producers, is co-producing Bogeyville with me. And we've got a couple of Indonesian stars, Arifin Putra, and a really, really hot girl whose name escapes me, but she's really hot. Because it helps open. Indonesia is a really interesting market, and we're doing a similar thing, obviously, with Rupture, because there's 271 million people in Indonesia. And unlike in the UK and the States, everyone's got a home entertainment system. In Indonesia, they all go to the cinema, and it's only £5 a ticket. And Johnny's a great producer, great guy, and he really understands that model and that marketplace. And it gives independent films like Ranjeet's films and my other indie films a chance of actually making their money back, because it's very hard to make money in this business. We do it mostly for love. But in the ideal world, we want a duty of care to our investors. We want to make the money back so we can make another movie and another movie. And I think Ranjeet's about to do another one. Is it Spring Lakes you're doing now?
Spring Lakes shoots in 1 week from today.
Wow.
Next week.
Yeah, they're great, man. Who's this ugly motherfucker? Oh, I know that motherfucker.
And there's music. She always beautiful.
Well, I also love about Ranjeet. He likes to surround himself with actors that he knows and works with and likes, and he uses them again and again and again. And what's great is a great working relationship. And Ranjeet's prolific. You see how many films he's made? He makes films. He's made 3 films. You know when he disappeared for 2 minutes? He disappeared and made 2 movies. That's how prolific this guy is,
Sean, in Bogeyville, will you be playing a villain?
I'm Madison. I'm the vampire, but I'm also
nice. Okay.
I'm directing it, and the funny thing is that image you saw on that poster, that's me in makeup. So I'm going to be directing the movie looking like that. So I'm going to be like, you're going to do what you're fucking told you, motherfucker.
That is amazing.
That's the prosthetics, and I'm on every page, so I will be directing it fully dressed as a vampire for the whole thing. I'm thinking about you, but I haven't cast it yet, so I'm thinking if maybe a couple of these guys might be some vampires, or we're shooting something in the hall. Yeah. But let's talk about Rupture. That's what we're here for. So Rupture. So I'll stop talking now because I'm foolish. I talk so much.
Carry on. I'm enjoying.
One more question, Sean. One more quick question, since I got you here. Is Rendell 2 still happening?
Rendell 2 was completed in 2019. It's a big budget movie. So not big budget, but for an independent, it's 5 or 6 million.
Wow!
It's an amazing movie. I play I'm a massive Bond villain in it, and it's a huge character. He owns a big drugs corporation, and Rendell is basically Batman without ears.
I love the first one.
And it's good, but unfortunately, COVID came along, and they also ran out of money. They're 800,000 short of finishing it, and they're finishing it now. So I think it's probably going to come out middle 2023. I did some voiceovers for it a couple of weeks ago and sent them across some ADR. Nice. But also there was a little bit of friction between a few. I mean, basically the director goes, right, I need a helicopter. I want this, and they got no money left. So at the end of it, they're all going, no, stop ordering helicopters, you're mad. So we're a bit crazy. They're okay now. They found the but so be careful, Ranjeet, because we need 40,000 soldiers coming over the brow of the hill. You've only got 15 pounds left. How are we going to do that? So that's kind of what happened, but it's coming out very, very soon. So
I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
I could have helped you with that, Sean. I know people with helicopters.
You'd have to fly them to Finland, man.
All right. So that is awesome news. That is awesome news that Rendell 2 is coming, because I'm really excited for that one for sure. And Sean, when that comes out, I would love to have you back on the channel to talk about it for sure. Ranjeet, a lot of positive feedback from Rupture, man. Congratulations, everyone. The movie finally coming out, and you guys being a part of it for sure, and especially a lot of the nomination buzz. Congratulations, Ranjeet, for all of the nominations.
Thank you, brother.
Look at Mark. Look at Mark there doing the Superman heat vision.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't remember my eyes changing color. Maybe that's some sort of switch that I've got, like Mean Machine.
Or the Terminator.
Yeah, but congratulations, everyone, on the nominations, man. Especially the best ensemble cast. Look at that. We got a new there in the middle. That's right. That's right. And best cinematography nomination too. So that is really awesome, guys. Congratulations.
Who is that guy?
Ranjeet, how was the premiere?
The premiere was awesome, man. There was it was literally a packed out house, and then one thing that people dread is not having a standing ovation at the end of the movie, but we had an awesome one. Literally, everybody stood up, everybody clapped.
Nice.
And then we literally walked over the road, and everybody got pissed and had pizza.
We did get very pissed. I don't remember how I got home at all. I think I stayed in a hotel, but I just can't. The whole thing is very foggy. But it was great fun,
Nice.
Great people, really, really, really enjoyable night. We had a really great time. And it's
awesome.
It's a nice little movie to try and making an action cyberpunk space age movie independently is very difficult. You look at Blade Runner and these hundreds of millions of dollars, and we're making a movie on very little money. But we're making it on spirit and creativity. And
that's right.
Conviction and passion, and that's what it's about.
And that's what we support here on the channel for sure. Oh, we got another guest. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Watunga.
There he is. We got.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Hello, this is General Watunga here. How are you today? How are you?
Hello, General. Hello,
Yes.
General. How?
I have been
Good to-
busy talking with the United Nations about war crimes. Them bastards are always on my ass.
This guy. Oh my God.
Where's he gone?
We got Nick.
He's gone
We got
now.
Nick coming.
Oh, is he
not
gone?
feeling very well?
Oh, you left. What happened? You left. He'll probably. We'll bring Nick back in here, but it's good to.
Shot him.
Yeah, let's bring Nick back in, not this general guy.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Here he is. He's back now. See, this is what happens when you're live, buddy. It's fun. You don't know what's gonna happen.
How are you?
Oh, here he is. He's
Oh.
back.
Ranjeet,
What's that on your head?
can you hear me?
Yeah, everybody can hear you.
Sean Cronin, how are you, my brother? I have Fat Samurai. Good to see you, my African
Good to see you,
brother.
brother.
Jumbo.
Good to see you, brother.
Mark Strange, how are you?
I'm very well, sir.
You look like an overgrown Tintin.
I'm not an overgrown Tintin. I'm an overgrown Captain Haddock.
Captain
Yeah,
Haddock!
it's the same shit. In my country, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Anyway, James Bryhan, nice to meet you. Ranjeet,
How are
meet
my
you.
donkeys?
Oh, we will talk about that. The donkey pawn scene, very special,
Yes.
very nice. David Lamont,
All right.
nice to meet you, my brother.
Hello, sir. How's it going? Are you not feeling very well?
I can't hear you. I have a very yes, David
not
Lamont, my
feeling very
brother from
well.
another mother. We miss
All
you. We are
Okay,
waiting for
let's get
you.
back on. Let's
Me,
get back on track
I'm feeling
here.
fine. I've taken 3 Viagra, Red Bull pre-workout, and 3 spicy orange juices. Okay.
Oh my God. Well, it's great having you here. It's great having you here, brother.
So gently my
I
tongue out
gotta.
on a
Oh,
waffle.
Thank
go
you,
ahead,
Fat
one more.
Samurai.
Go ahead. Yeah.
You might have a heart attack in a minute.
I got to go back to this photo real quick. I got to give a shout out to David's wardrobe.
You're the
David.
Wow.
jacket.
Look at that! Look at that jacket, son.
Yeah, sparkling.
Silent,
Yeah, he's a
silent
queen.
profiling.
You look sexy. You look
I
sexy.
do, yeah.
I like it.
The sparklier the better, Preston.
All
Yes,
right, so let's
yes.
jump into Rupture. I had a lot of fun with it. I really enjoyed it, and it's right up my alley, Ranjeet, with the whole cyberpunk aesthetic. I love it. I love it, my friend. I enjoyed the visuals in the movie. Who did the visuals? Who did the visuals, Ranjeet?
The visuals are done by some VFX guys that I used on Exiled, and they turned out they over delivered what I expected, and it elevated the movie. It
Nice.
elevated the movie's visual, and that was something that was kind of aiming for. Like, because I already explained to the cast and crew that
Yes.
I wanted the movie to be set in the future, but like we're just coming into the future, so it's not fully Blade Runner. It's not fully like Tron kind of vibe. It's more
Right.
set in reality. So there's elements of cyberpunk, and hopefully that's what I achieved.
Yes. I really enjoyed the visuals, man. I love that kind of stuff. I love that kind of world, that vibe. I can hang out there all day, man, all day for sure.
Yeah.
But now we got to go over to Mark here. Mark, man, was this the most difficult role in your career so far in terms of bringing out the inner performance?
I just kind of like when you had people like Ranjeet there and the great actors that are in front of us here, I just feed off everyone, you know. That's me as an actor. I like absorbing, I like teamwork, and having great people around you and having Ranjeet in your corner. You know, there were times when as the guys know, I get very uptight when I'm doing something like this, purely because, not because I'm a diva, it's because I care about the project. I care about Ranjeet's vision. I care about everyone's performance. So for me, feeding off the guys, and them guys pushing me like
feeding. When he says feeding, he means breastfeeding. I was I was lactating, and he was like suckling on my nipple. I said, "No, don't get out! I'm your father, not your mother."
No, but for me, my friend, it's it's all about having great people around you to bring the best out of you. So
nice.
That's everything that I do. Every project I do, I always want to improve. Yeah. So there was nights. I remember the night I was with David, and my head was just exploding, man. There was just too much things happening up there. I was kicking bins and all sorts of stuff. I was just frustrated, and you do get frustrated sometimes, definitely when you're tired. What a lot of people don't realize is Rupture was shot in 2 weeks. The whole movie. Yeah.
Wow.
Am I right, Ranjeet? Yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks, exactly 2 weeks.
Yeah. So basically, you can imagine there's not much sleep. You're doing night shoots. You're doing, you're literally not getting any sleep. So it's kind of, so sometimes your mind gets kind of like distracted and just, it feels like it's going to blow up. So having great people around you to keep you focused and keep you in the zone is
breastfeed you, which made it help.
Exactly. But no, I thank you all.
No, thank you. It was a great pleasure working with you. It was really good. I enjoyed working with my son. You're a very naughty boy. It was a nice that we had. I think the performances were great, and what Ranjeet's direction is very subtle as well. He knows he's got great actors. He tells them what he wants, and he'll sit back. And if you're not getting what he wants, he'll let you know. But a good director lets his actors flourish.
Yeah,
and amazing performances from David was completely. In fact, the pair of them, David and James, were completely.
Oh yeah,
and
they always kill it.
He was fucking mental too. But great work.
He's good at being mental.
And he did a really great job, Ranjeet. He's just got a very. He doesn't direct you. He kind of gently coerces you into it, and then before you know it, you've done what he wanted without him asking, because he just, he has a connection with the actors, which is really quite unique.
Nice. Yes. Copy that. Well said. But yeah, you did a great job, Mark. You killed it. And you also killed a lot of people too.
That's what I'm good at, man. Yeah.
Poor Warren there. Warren getting choked out.
Yeah. You had a great reference for that, didn't you, Ranjeet? For this towel scene.
Yeah.
Which film was it? I can't remember.
I can't remember if it was a towel scene. I mean, I know that I had
the expression, isn't it, that you were trying to get with me choking him?
Yeah, I wanted to. Well, I definitely drew inspiration. I drew inspiration from No Country for Old Men, the opening scene.
That's correct.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that.
It was a porn movie.
Yeah.
And thanks again, Ranjeet, for the little shout out there.
Mr.
in the movie,
Mr. Samurai, Warren enjoys any sexual activity, by the way. Warren enjoys any sex. He's like that. He's one of my bitches. In Africa, we violate them.
He's in everything.
Get back in the kitchen,
but yeah, Ranjeet, thanks for the little shout out, man. I heard my voice on the TV when Mark was watching the TV. I was like, oh shit, I hear my voice. So thanks for the shout out, man. I appreciate that in the movie.
No worries, brother.
But let's get to David, man. Yo. You killed it, brother. You killed it. I love this location, Ranjeet. Where was this at?
This is actually it's a derelict room inside a car park. And what we did is we got art department to come in, just bring some sofas in, bring some tables in. We just stuck a bunch of neon lights everywhere, and we just made it look like some dark dingy.
Yeah, it was great. That's right. I love the little scene there, Mark, where you did the did the kick the cigarette out of the guy's hand who was fucking with you. That was great.
Thanks, man. Do you know what that reference was from?
No.
Go ahead.
Best of the Best. Remember
that's right.
The cigarette out of the mouth.
That's right. Nice. I love these homages. I love it.
We did that.
David.
That take about 11 or 12 times to get it right.
I know, and you know what? The frustrating thing
Perfection.
is, I normally can do it first time.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well done.
You were there, Mark.
Next time Mark takes Viagra, it helps.
But yeah, love that. So
Viagra
David,
helps.
talk about your
Viagra
scene
helps.
a little bit here, my friend.
What's that? Say again, Preston.
Talk about your scene a little bit right here.
Oh, right here, yeah. Well, this is where James's character, Mark's character, comes to see Big Uncle Smoke, who's kind of like the lead villain. Amazing scene to shoot with James and Mark. The responses that we got from the crew and everything, you know, people's jaws were on the floor when we were doing this scene. And it worked really, really well. And we walked away that day knowing that we created some movie magic that day. And it's one of my favourite scenes in the movie, although there's so many, do you know what I mean? Everybody brings their A game in this movie, which is really interesting. And for an action movie, for me as a movie fan watching it, I think it's some of the best acting that I have seen in an action movie in this movie by everybody you see right here. It's amazing.
Yes, you killed it. Definitely, you killed it in this movie.
Preston, I've got a few people on my social media trying to join. Is there any way that I can get a link to send people that can join to watch, or is it too late?
Well, we're live on YouTube right now. Let me post. I'll post it in the.
I've got
I'll send it to you.
I'll
send it to you right now while we're talking.
I got a few million, not a few million.
Yeah, I'll message to you right now. Awesome. That's awesome. Other people want to join. That's really or watch. That's awesome. But while I'm sending you the link, James.
Yo, bro.
This is my favorite shot of James right here in the movie. So look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
Here, kill everyone.
Inspirations for your character, James, and your performance. Was there anybody else you reached out to kind of help deliver?
I just kind of took every 80s bad guy that you can imagine and just shoved them all in there and kind of made it my own. So
nice.
You know, a bit of Robert De Niro's Taxi Driver type of thing, and you know, Skeletor from just a load of bad guys from the 80s and early 90s, just shoved right in there.
Love it. I love it. Let's get here. Another one of my favorite shots of James right here. Are you ready? Ready for the big ride, baby? Look.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed that scene. That was one of my favorite scenes to do because there was Ranj there and Craig there, and Craig wanted me to do the scene in a specific way. I didn't want to do it that way, so I kind of went to Ranj and says, "Can I just try it this way and just see how it looks? And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then you can always go back to square one." And Ranj just went, "Yeah, go for it." And
it was great. I just love the location too. Ranjeet with all the colors, man. I'm sure that was extremely difficult to put all like 8 different colors in one shot, man.
Well, that's thanks to our DOP man, Lucas. I told him what I wanted. We found a location which was essentially a neon bowling alley, and they dropped a few more neon lights in there, and we just shot it, man.
Yeah, that's how we roll. I just sent you the link, Sean.
Thank you, man. I'm going to post it to my adoring fans. All 3 of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Copy
This
that.
revolutionary new device can
James,
move up to 10 times.
I was hearing a little bit of Pacino.
The cotton swabs are not good for your ears.
I was Pacino come out a little bit of pace.
I can't hear it.
Sorry,
There's some interference somewhere.
Shout out to
one advert came up then.
Somebody on TV or advert playing in the background.
Interference somewhere.
One advert came up then.
There's some porn about cotton buds in the
I'm hearing
arsenal somewhere. There's some porn about cotton buds in the arsenal somewhere.
somebody playing an ad in the background. You want to mute that?
No, it was
or you have another window
I
open?
basically
Make sure you
clicked on
guys
the
mute
YouTube link and I got this ad came up.
that. Oh, okay.
About you,
Okay.
about you.
All right.
So I'm just going to post a link on my Facebook and see if we get a few takers. I'll let you guys carry on.
All right.
So I'm just gonna post
Nice.
it on there.
But yeah, shout out to Charms, Ranjeet. That's right. Shout out to the missus being in the movie. She did great. She did a great job too.
Yeah, sounded great, man. She didn't want to do it, and then James making her laugh throughout the scene. But, she told me afterwards that she had to grit her teeth because she wanted to laugh so much. But she did an awesome job, man. I'm glad that she was in the movie, and I'm gonna put her in a lot more movies, whether she likes it or not.
Yeah, Wiley.
Jumping off what David mentioned about the action. Oh man, one of my favorite scenes is when Mark, man, when you straight up just bum rushed the club, man, and just was shooting and taking everybody out, man. It was so well done. Shout out to all the stuntmen that were with you and made it. Look at that badass right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Selfish of him, though, Preston. It was a bit selfish of him because that was my club. They were my boys. Cost me a lot of money.
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't have double crossed me then, mate. Yeah.
You didn't have to take it so personally, Mark.
Well, you know me.
Overkill, what is his reaction?
Can I say something pretty impressive? My friend, was that entire action scene in that corridor. It was less than a day, wasn't it? Because we got rushed.
Wow.
Half a day's
probably the whole scenario from me getting to James's character. I think it was shot in about 6 hours, maybe. Was it 6 to 8 hours with those makeup and everything on that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So, and can I tell you that sequence? If we were doing that in John Wick, they'd have 2 months to plan that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mission Impossible is crazy. 6 months.
Exactly. Wow.
It came out pretty impressive. I mean, it was such a fantastic scene from beginning to end of that. It was absolutely. So you wouldn't think that was done in a day. I mean, but then that's down to the dedication and the commitment and the passion of the guys that were involved in doing all those things. Because if Mark didn't have the talent and the stunt guys didn't have the talent and it just wouldn't have worked, would it? So.
It's just being fast on your feet. This is why I go back to what Sean was saying before about Tom Cruise. I have the ultimate respect for Tom Cruise because he's not just an actor. He's a stuntman. He's a major stuntman. The stuff that he does, I would not do it. Right. He's incredible. So.
Look who popped up. We were just talking about her.
Hey, babe.
Hey.
Shab, how are you?
That's right. Ranjeet just told us that you're going to be the star of his next movie. You're going to have all this monologue. What was it? 56 pages of dialogue, Ranjeet?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. He's going to kill it. She's probably freaking out now. Like, what? But yeah, you were great in the movie. But yeah, this is my favorite shot from that corridor fight, and that's when I was pointing to myself earlier. I was going to say, if PhatSamuraiGuy is pleased at what I'm watching in terms of action, it's good. But this is my favorite shot of the corridor fight. This is the money shot right here. Are you guys seeing this, chat? Chat, are you seeing this? No wires. He's running on the wall, on the wall, shooting people. Are you guys seeing this? Yeah. This is fucking amazing.
Moment.
Thanks, brother. I did that in my very first movie that I ever did. The difference was I was freestone lighter. So you can imagine when you've got more weight on you, it's a lot harder.
You fat
Yeah.
bastard. I first met Mark on a really cool vampire movie.
I
What
did.
was it called? The Thompsons.
The
It
Thompsons,
was
yeah.
a really good little movie, and you know, Mark is a great action choreographer, director in his own right, and you know, we did some great scenes. I don't know if you remember, but I was being beaten up with my own cane and like that.
Yeah, I remember.
Really, and I really got on with Mark and thought he was a great talent. And Mark was kind of more behind the scenes in those days, and you were a great guy, but I always thought this guy should be in front of the camera.
No, I appreciate that. I was doing stuff in front of camera, but it was kind of I kept it under wraps, you know.
Yeah,
I did my first movie when I was 21. It featured the voice of Ian McKellen. I got Ian McKellen to do a voiceover for us.
Oh my goodness.
Which was incredible. But it took me 7 years to produce it. So, and that was it's still out there. You'll have to look out for it. It's a movie. I look about 12 in it. Yeah.
Wow.
And it's called
What's it called, Mark?
Displaced. Sorry?
What's it called?
Displaced.
Displaced. Okay.
Displaced. Yeah. I play a humanoid alien called Stell.
That's a contradiction.
Sorry?
That's a contradiction. I'm a human alien.
Humanoid.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I missed out the order. I thought you said hemorrhoid.
And then I played a government assassin called Radius. So I played two characters in the same film. Yeah, it was a lot of fun doing that. It was a huge, ambitious movie that I produced. And it got released. It got released in Japan. It got released in the States. For a first movie, it did all right. So, and that was back in the day when there was DVDs. Yeah, which
What's a DVD?
There still is now. I've just released my last film finally on DVD. It's nice to have a physical copy sometimes, isn't it?
100%.
Oh yeah.
I'm a massive fan.
But I've got one, so I've got my own DVD on my own movie on DVD, but I haven't got a DVD player. But I've got. I can look at it. You know, that's pretty.
Yeah, physical media. We're fans of that big time here on the channel. We love physical media, but we're gonna have to check out Displaced and the Thompsons. I'm gonna have to check that out. But let's move on here. James, James got to throw down. That's right, he got to throw down. Now there's a lot of dialogue driven sequence right here. How many takes was this? This was a good intense scene, James. Did this take a while, or was this one and done?
I think it was just a couple of takes. I think.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
And you can't see it there, Preston, but James just kept making me laugh. Yeah, and I had to separate myself from him. Yeah, because he just every time it was making me laugh.
I love that's hilarious. I love how a lot of the villains.
It was
no, go ahead, James.
I mean, like Mark was saying, I was making him giggle a bit and everything else, but because it was such an intense scene, for both of us to do, and Mark had just done prior to that, killing everyone else in the scene. We had to take 5-10 minutes because time was short to kind of calm down and relax. So I just thought that the best way for anyone to relax is to make them laugh. So
and you were great at that, man. Yeah,
thanks, man.
Relax and calm me down.
Yeah, but it worked. The scene only works out because of the level of commitment between Mark and I actually to do that scene, to make that scene look as intense and there's me betraying Mark, and he finally meets me eye to eye, and my character kind of feels a bit betrayed by Mark coming to the club, I guess. So it just worked out, and that scene there is one of my favorites, simply because I like how the interaction builds up to where Mark lays a whooping on my ass.
He's a whooping.
Yeah, a whooping on my ass.
You got a couple of good digs in though there, James.
Oh yeah,
I thought
baseball bat, son, baseball bat.
Of course, Mark was the lead, but I love both James and David's performances because they were both kind of manic on a different level. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, I'm not quite sure which was the craziest of the two, but they were both fucking crazy.
That guy there with the beard, that's the crazy dude. He's the crazy.
He is crazy, but Dave's they're both. I mean, you got to be crazy to be in the film business.
Yeah,
totally insane.
I will say one thing.
It's fun.
You know, another one of my favourite scenes is watching Dave when he's I think you're talking to Craig towards the end of the film, and you turn around and say, "Yeah, it was me. Thank you very much."
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then he disappears. Great. You know, it's to me such a that scene there. Yeah, to me it's such a powerful scene, just simply because you know how dangerous his character is, you know how psycho his character is, but those funny little moments in it that raise that levity of it, and you laugh and you're thinking, oh, this guy's quite cool and charming, but you also know this guy would put a bullet in your head the second as you look away from him. So that's the beauty of David's character, and I just think his character was
totally unhinged. Brilliant.
Yeah,
unhinged. Yeah, that's the word.
And David, you made me laugh when you were like, "Hey, this guy's coming around the corner. Make sure you fuck him up." Oh yeah, by the way, nice haircut. Nice haircut.
Yeah. I slipped that one in.
Oh, nice haircut. Thank you very much.
That was great. Speaking of nice haircut,
like
yeah, that was great. That made me laugh. But speaking of nice haircut, this character right here. Yeah. If Samurai Guy,
seriously, do you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you gotta have some fun.
We're in a movie, man. It's movie land.
That's right.
Yeah.
If Samurai Guy lived out in the UK, this was the role Ranjeet would cast me as.
Craig. Craig.
I know. I would be this guy, but he did a great job as well. But yeah, let's keep it rocking and rolling, man. The fight here. How long did this take, James? The action sequence.
I can't remember. What was it? It wasn't long, was it?
It wasn't long whatsoever. I think it was literally a couple of goes at it, 2 or 3 goes at it.
It was just a couple of goes, and then
yeah.
See, this is the one thing I was nervous about, was doing the fight scene and knowing how, you know, proficient and how Mark is doing that. I was literally shitting it.
Hey man, you did awesome. You were fantastic.
Yeah.
So your reactions were sharp. You look sharp punching, and it kind of suited your style, suited your character as well.
Yeah, because I've done some fighting in my time, and over the last few years, I haven't really done so much because I had an accident and done some damage to myself. So that basically was like the first time I've done a fight scene in about, I don't know, 12 years, 10, 11 years, something, I can't remember.
Yeah.
And
wow.
Mark was such a wonderful instructor at that time to help me get through that and to do that and make it look good. And, you know, throwing punches and the kicks in the movie is different to how you do it in real life. So, you know, I've got Mark there telling me to extend the reach with the punch, and it all felt weird and wrong. But I just put my trust in Mark and then just went with it. And then when I saw the fight scene afterwards, I was kind of
it's all those angles that buff.
Yeah,
to get the movement right. But I learned a lot from Mark on the Thompsons. I mean, I look back at the scenes on the Thompsons and they look real. And he looked like he was really fucking beating the shit out of me with a cane.
Yeah.
He's very, very good at what he does, Mark. He's very
good. Literally, it is 2 to tango, man. Takes 2 to tango. Yeah, it's what it's all about. Is getting both performers in tune with the reaction.
I enjoyed our fight as well. I mean, his son comes around to his house and starts beating his dad up. Well, I wasn't a very nice dad, unfortunately. I wasn't very nice. I kind of deserved it, really.
Yeah, that's the only one criticism I have about the film is that I didn't see Sean get a chance to whoop Mark's ass. You know, just before.
Well, what I really wanted to do was put him over my knee and
spank him.
Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that?
But
We have
to do that. You got to do that though, Sean, on a photo at the premiere.
we did do a little bit of spanking at the premiere.
Yeah.
I think there might have been some spanking at the after party, but that might not have been appropriate to air publicly.
Oh man, can you imagine that was in the movie? All the jumping
I
running
should
on
have
the
put him
wall,
over my knee.
shooting dudes, and then he gets spanked
The
at the end.
outtakes, I should have got him over my knee.
Yes, outtake. Yeah, that would have been great. Ranjeet, quick question, Ranjeet.
I just want to say one thing about
Oh,
Sean.
go ahead.
Because of both of their performances and everything else, and things like that, as father and son, and you know, you see this on TV and film and a lot, and sometimes it works, and sometimes when it doesn't work, it's absolute shit. But their mentality in their scene, you would believe that they were father and son. They had the same expressions, they had the same tone when they were talking to it. I mean, it was a beautiful scene. I know it was all violence and everything, you know. It was a beautiful scene to watch because you could actually believe that they were father and son by their mannerisms, by the way they were looking at each other.
Except I'm far too good looking to it. I'm too beautiful to be his dad. But luckily the makeup artist, you know, she was very good. That was great. It really good. I wish we'd done more together. It was again a low budget movie. Ranjeet was putting this together on, I don't know what the budget was, but I'm sure it wasn't squillions and millions. And he was doing it in 2 weeks, which is legendary and incredibly difficult to do. I directed a war film. We shot it in 10 days, called 11. And we shot it in January in the trenches. And the sun didn't come up till 9. And it went down at 3. And we had to shoot a war film in that time. And then we had a few days pickups doing interiors. But it's very, very hard. And you have to work the commitment and how quickly you've got to do stuff. Because, you know, on big movies, you don't get 20 takes, but you do get time. You know, when I'm on Mission Impossible, they pick me up at 6:30 in the morning in a fucking limousine. They drive me to my trailer. I sit there. I have a full, breakfast. I'm finished by 5 or 6. I'm back home by 6:30. On independent films, you're there all night. It's just like crazy, you know. It's such a different
totally.
Life.
It's a massive.
Pull this over often with all the team putting it off in 2 weeks is it's no mean feat. Make no mistake. I've made 150 movies in total now. I've been doing it 35 years, and what Ranjeet did and the team did, putting this together in 2 weeks, is nothing short of legendary.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I actually prefer doing indie films because, like Sean was just saying, and I'm sure Sean and Mark both know. When I worked on things like Shadow and Bone, for example, they'd pick me up, do the same thing, pick me up, take me to set, and the only difference that I really noticed, and you have to keep your mind active, was the like 6-7 hour waiting around for me to do my scene, and then you know I was going back to the hotel. And when you're working on a film like Ranjeet's, you have to be quick. You have to be, mentally fit as well as quick, because the scenes come. The second you walk on set, boom, 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 scene, boom, boom, and then you're done. And then by the end of the day, all you want to do is sleep for 24 hours. And 9 times out of 10, because in 3 hours you can be back up doing the next scene.
Very true. I mean, I was on Mission Impossible for 6 weeks. I actually shot for 21 days, which is 3 weeks. Although the rest of the time I'm sitting around, in a trailer, and I was on. Sometimes I was on all the time, but your independent films, mate, you're in and you go. Especially if you're a lead character, you really do go for it.
100%. It's kind of like it's a mad scenario because the bigger films, like you said earlier on, Sean. I've done the Batman Begins. I've done the last one, Hounds of War, that I did. You've got your own trailer. You've got you literally, you waited hand and foot on, and which is beautiful and it's lovely. But it's kind of like you're twiddling your thumbs. I want to crack on. You know what I mean? But it's a total different process. Independent films. That's why I always say anyone who makes an independent movie on a low budget deserves a medal.
It doesn't even matter if the film's not great. I know I've made a lot of them. How bloody hard it is. It's hard.
Yeah.
I'm very, very lucky. I've just found a new investor, which is just incredible. He just put.
Oh, nice.
a silly amount of money in my account. I only asked him for a tiny amount, and he put like 5 times the amount.
Oh, wow.
I'm actually helping to finance Johnny's last film, Dragged Up Dirty. But it's interesting. We should talk about this in the future. We've got an amazing, amazing guy. And it's very hard to get money. But, I mean, you can't make a film until you've made a film. That's the trick. It's a catch-22. And Ranjeet's
I like that.
Now, so people have got a lot of confidence in Ranjeet. They know he'll deliver. They know he'll work 24/7 to make it work. So, you know, I think when you finally get your Oscar, you climb up the podium. You climb up to get your BAFTA, and you've made like 20 films and it's nearly killed you. You go, I'd like to examine, and you die, you know. It's really hard work to do it. It's hard work. And, you know,
there you go, James. There you go.
Ranjeet, your award.
Even if you think the film's crap, you've got to understand that you go to watch a movie. I did a film called Give Them Wings recently. Very difficult film to make. It's doing very, very well. It's very different from what this is about. Paraplegic. It's a crazy film. But people, they go to watch a movie. Sometimes they go to sleep. It goes over their heads. They don't realize it's taken 100 people a fucking 2 years to make it. It's like, wake up, watch the film, you know. I mean, yes, Ranjeet, we shot it in 2 weeks, but there's all the post-production, the pre-production, all the trying to raise the money. It doesn't happen. You know, people think, you know, and they watch your movie. It takes an hour and a half to watch it. It doesn't take an hour and a half to make it. It's a very difficult thing to do. It's very challenging. You're dealing with lots of different people, lots of personalities. It's very, very hard. So it's a hats off to Ranjeet. I don't know, how many films have you made now?
Over 100.
That's incredible. I mean, and he's only 17. It's incredible. I don't know. 100 movies. I mean, I've done 150, but I've done a lot of big ones. But he's incredibly prolific. He's always.
And there's also that X-rated one.
The dog farm one.
I'll post a link to that one in the description.
It's called Bend Over, I'll Make Your Eyes Blue.
But I also think that when it comes to indie films, because of the pressure on everyone involved, you know, actors, directors, everyone on crew, I also think it makes you better at your job.
Of course.
Because you know, you literally do not have time to think. Like for me, for example, I'm learning the script for Ranjit's next one, and whereas I would normally have, I don't know, 3 months to get the script down, this one is a very short period of time. So you have to kind of mentally reset yourself for the project. So it's boom, 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 and it's done. And I think it just makes everyone better. And the other thing about indie films is that, I mean, you work with a lot of people, and you get to see. I mean, there's a few arseholes out there, but majority of people are really fucking, but the majority of people are really fucking cool. And you know, that's why, like, for me personally, I like to end up working with people that I worked with before, because you know what they're capable of,
you know what you're getting, don't you?
They're doing. And like every one of these guys on here, I'd work with again in a fucking heartbeat. I mean, Ranjit will tell you, because I've told him many times before, and I've been quite public about it. I've actually turned down projects, and I'm on about big projects to work with him. Like when we did Dig Me No Grave, I turned down season 2 of a certain Netflix program to work on Dig Me No Grave, because the simple reason Warren was involved, Mark was involved, and there was a couple other people that I'd known before who are absolutely 110% fantastic at their job. So for me, it's a gift. It's always a pleasure, and it's heaven for me to work on all these people. It's never been about fame or fortune. It's just about me showing off in front of a camera like I'm 10 years old.
It's a creative freedom it gives us as well, James, isn't it? It gives us so much creative freedom when we go on that set. You know, we can pretty much, because he knows and he trusts us and we trust him, we can pretty much do what the fuck we want on that film set.
Yeah, it's true.
And there's not a lot of people who let you do that and give you that kind of freedom, but when they do, you know, magic happens. So kudos to Ranjeet for letting us be, letting us off the leash, man.
Yeah.
Yes. And we'll be, I'll be showing the trailer a little bit later of Dig Me No Grave, and we'll have some fun with that. But we only have Mark for a little bit. We only have Mark for a couple more minutes.
Yeah, and I also
So,
have to go because my girlfriend just made me a roast lamb.
Oh,
I've
Ooh,
got
my
yeah.
I have to also shoot up as well, guys.
the whole lamb, and she hasn't shaved the hair off yet, so I'm gonna have to.
Sean, give me your address up.
I have to leave you and love you because I am currently in a very dangerous Asian area. It is not safe and secure.
Hey, Nick.
So I must love you and leave you.
You stay
Cheers,
safe,
Nick.
brother.
Well,
Cheers, brother.
all
Where's
right.
Nick going?
Take care. Thanks for popping in, man.
Oh, bye, Nick.
We're gonna talk about. It figures he's leaving now when I'm about to talk about his scene, but he's leaving now, but that's fine. All right, take care, brother. Thanks for popping in. It's good to see you, Nick. Thank you. Oh, excuse me, Watanga. It's good to see you.
Watanga.
But yeah, let's fast forward a little bit. But Sean, kind of bouncing off what James said earlier, this sequence right here, and Ranjeet has the text message proof. The acting was so good. You know, a guy is a great actor when he's literally on the floor the whole scene, yet I am invested still on what's going on. And I messaged Ranjeet after I watched the film, like, this guy Sean is phenomenal. Ranjeet he's got the proof. So just kudos to just phenomenal job. And Ranjeet, really quick,
flattery will get you everywhere.
Ranjeet, was this a Hitman 47 reference?
Head, though,
it was indeed.
If you scan that barcode on the back of my head, it comes up a dozen eggs.
Was this a Hitman 47 reference, Ranjeet?
No, it
was.
See, Samurai Guy's got the eyes, man. I got the eyes. Speaking of another reference, I gotta ask Ranjeet about this one. Is this when Mark? Sorry, spoilers, everybody watching. It's all good though. Mark puts a grenade in James's pants. Was this a reference to Hard Target?
It was. Yes.
Yeah, actually, it was Mark and I that because before we did that scene, throughout the whole film when Mark and I were talking, we kept making references to 80s and early 90s films, and a lot of the things that we said to each other was in reference to them. So when it came to kind of blowing my balls off, which wasn't very difficult, we came up with this idea of how to kind of send me to the other side in two halves. And we just thought that it would look phenomenal. And Ranjit was like, if you want to go for it, go for it. And then watching it back was absolutely fantastic because he took me back to when I was a kid in the 80s watching that scene. And we had such great fun doing it.
I've got to interject here. I did a film a few years ago called Hackney's Finest. I played Boris. He's a Russian. He's a kind of bumbling Russian gangster, and he just gets everything wrong. And he puts a grenade through the door to try and kill someone. And then whoever he's thrown it in, and the guys put it back through the letterbox. Wow! It's called Hackney's Finest. It's a comedy moment, and your grenade scene reminds me that I've got my girlfriend. Like I can hear her calling, so I'm gonna have to love you and leave you because I've got to carve the little lamb.
It's all good, brother.
Black sheep, have you when you want. It's been wonderful seeing you guys. Great to meet you. You're Preston or Fat Samurai. Mark, your beard is coming on beautifully.
Thank you so much, good sir. And I'll love to see you soon, Sean.
I'm just giving James. I'm just tickling his nose on the screen. I'm going to tickle. I'm going to give Ranjit a little. I'm actually tweaking Ranjit's ears on the screen. I want to work with you again. Have the absolute wonderful shoot with Spring Lakes. I wish you all the very best.
Thank you, Sean.
Very much.
I'm hoping to work with you all again very soon. Love you,
Sean.
guys.
Before you go,
Sean,
before you go, like I tell everybody here, all our guests, this is your second home, brother. Come back anytime.
Thank you, brother.
Right,
I really
take care,
appreciate
man.
it. You're a very, very lovely man, I can tell. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, my friend.
Cheers, guys.
All right, take care, Sean.
See you later, pal.
All right,
awesome. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to scoot myself as well. So,
all right, Mark.
So is there anything you want to ask before I go there, Preston?
Yes, really quick.
Go for it.
The action sequence in the alleyway here. Oh no, in the hallway here with General
with Nick.
With the general who left with Nick who left. Love the lighting. Love the lighting here, Ranjit. Love this stuff. Was it? I am I am the fucking Viper.
He
That's
is
right,
the
that's what it is.
He does
I'm
it
the
very
fucking
well,
Viper.
doesn't he?
This action sequence, Mark, how long did it take to do this sequence?
Wow, that was a massive Ranjeet. It was a proper stressful day that day, wasn't it?
That was a very stressful day, man.
Because you know all the stuff upstairs with the machine gun prior to it. All that going downstairs, taking the guy out behind the bar, having the one-on-one fight, and literally going into that corridor to fight Sensei Nick Khan. Basically, yeah, that particular fight in the corridor, I believe it must have been 2 hours. 2 hours,
Wow.
2.5 hours, but a bit of time, but more time to light it, I guess. Was that around the time there, Ranjeet?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it wasn't a very long shoot. I think it was like 2.5 hours, maybe.
Yeah,
Wow.
fair play to Nick. I gelled really well with him. We did the action in quite long takes. So we literally, we really pushed hard and fast to get as much as we could done. So and it was fun, you know. It was Nick will tell you I cracked him one right in the chin with my forearm because you know, I'm normally pretty good. I've got good control, but he'll always tell you about that. Ask him about that next time he's on.
Yeah, but yeah, excellent. Yeah, he'll be on again as another character.
Exactly.
Yeah, excellent action sequences you were in. Some great boot work here. Who is the stuntman you're fighting here?
Oh, that's Chris Jones. Chris Jones did. He did a fight once.
With the kicks?
He's done lots of stuff in Hong Kong. Yeah, he's a Taekwondo guy. He's a great guy. So good kicker. Hello, I've lost everyone.
Yes.
Hello.
And before you leave us again, yeah, before you leave us, definitely one of my other favorite action sequences is when you just bum rush the club, man. There's some great stuff. A lot of double tapping, making sure people stay down. It's badass, it's brutal, it's the way Samurai Guy likes it. And I love, Ranjeet, how you set it up with this scene first, which was a very somber, dramatic scene. Basically, you know, hey, I'm a sinner. This is who I am. And then right after this, we go straight into carnage. I love setups like that. It's phenomenal.
Thank you, man.
It's nice. It's, you know, it's a guy that's kind of like, you know, he's very up there with God, and he just comes in and just shoots the hell out of everyone.
I love it.
I love it.
That's how you do it.
Exactly.
But Mark,
man.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here, brother. I know you got to go. You got crazy
you, Mark.
meetings, but we'll get
You're
you back
very
on here for Hounds, Mark, and whatever new projects you got coming out
For
soon
sure,
this year.
man. And then you've
Get
got
you
Dig
back
Me
on
No
here, brother.
Graves, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll have you back.
Yeah,
for
which
sure,
I'm very
my friend.
excited to see, Ranjeet. Very excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Excellent.
All right, brother.
All right,
Take
well,
care.
have a good night, guys. I will
All right.
see you
Yeah.
later.
Keep
Take care,
kicking,
guys.
brother.
Cheers, mate. Bye bye.
All right.
Don't eat the cows.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And then there was
That
Green.
was for.
Yes. Ranjeet, what I
Yes.
enjoyed also about Raven's character was, I mean, obviously he was badass, but I loved how you had your action hero really take some licks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he got, it wasn't like he was invincible and he just ran through everyone. He, you know, James got some licks in. You know, he got stabbed. I love that shot of the red shot below where he gets up behind the actor there with a wonderful afro.
Yeah.
And I love how Raven he'll use anything. He'll throw bricks at motherfuckers. Like, you know, he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'll pick up a brick and throw it at somebody, you know. But I like that. It's refreshing.
With the brick scene, I think I said this to you before. With the brick scene, he actually throws it at my dad. That's my dad in the foreground.
Oh no, that was your dad that got hit with the brick?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Is that part?
That's my dad. Yeah.
Is he okay?
Wow.
Was he all right?
I'll go downstairs and check in a minute, but I'm sure he's okay.
But yeah, man, just definitely. I had such fun watching the film here, especially the sequence at the end. We got some more fun homages here. We have the homage to the Crow there with him walking with his arms out, and just another phenomenal performance from you, David.
Oh, thank you, Preston.
Loved it, my
Did you
friend.
love it? Yeah, put me out and soul into that. Did that in one take, didn't I, Ranjeet?
Wow,
One take, man.
no
One
way.
take. All
One
the way
take.
through, yeah. I was very,
That's
very proud of
insane.
myself after we shot that scene.
So
Wow, that's
basically,
insane.
what happened was we were running out of time that
Yeah.
night to use that alleyway because that alleyway that
Yeah.
we use is in the back of a Chinese restaurant, and we got
Right.
permission for it to use, I think, from like 9 p.m. to like 4 or 5 a.m.
Yeah.
But we were going over, and the restaurant had to open the following morning because deliveries were coming in. So we were like, Dave, I'm sorry, but you've got literally one take to do all of this. And he just banged it out, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
That man. One take. That's phenomenal. Great
Yeah.
job. But what I was trying to say earlier, what was kind of cracks me up about the movie is that every villain, pretty much that Raven comes across,
Kills.
at first, yeah. When the dialogue, especially with you, David, and with you, James, pretty much every character he comes across, at first, you guys are like trying to be reasonable. Like, you guys are like, look,
Yeah.
I give you whatever you want. This is the reason why I did what I did. You got to
Yeah.
understand from my position, like, hey, I
Yeah.
get whatever you want. We'll
Well,
take
that's
care
the
of
thing,
it.
isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
when he comes up to me, for example, I tell him,
Yeah.
listen, I gave you a fucking break in this business.
Yeah.
I'm the guy that put you up on
Yeah.
the podium.
Yeah.
You fucking take out the king, really?
Yeah. I just love how everyone was all so reasonable at first. And then once you guys realize you're not getting your way, you're like, all right, you know what? Fuck you, Raven.
Yeah. And you Indonesian little bitch.
I was enjoying that because I knew it was coming. David's like, I can do whatever you want, and then he's like, you know what? Just fucking shoot me already. All right, that was fun. I enjoyed that. But yeah, man, congratulations. Got a clap. Hey, ho, to Rupture. Make sure you guys that are watching this right now, make sure you guys check it out. Is it still available on a lot of streaming services, right, Ranjeet? This and Exiled.
Yes, so Exiled and Rupture are both of them are available on Apple TV, Prime Video, and shortly coming to Fandango, aka Voodoo.
Nice. There you go, guys. Check out
Fantastic.
Rupture for free. You can watch it for free. So check it out. But now we got a little bit of extra time before I let you guys go because I know you guys are crazy busy. Let's go ahead and debut here on the channel the teaser trailer for Dig Me No Grave. Let's get it.
This is our year. I can feel it. Bullseye.
My buddy is missing. I was hunting in these parts recently. I never came back home.
So, have you heard anything from Scott?
Oh, shit.
Need to go out with a kill.
Search the place from top to goddamn bottom.
Time to get deeper then.
They got away with murder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, James is already in character. Look at that.
Can't go through your service here.
Yeah. So, Ranjeet, this is my reaction to the movie trailer.
Yeah, Demon of Grave was
Let's go. Let's talk a little bit about it.
it was an incredible experience making that movie. I mean, not that the others weren't, but there was something very special about Demon of Grave. It was a project for me in development for about 2.5 years, and it was something that I was looking for a long time to make that kind of movie. And a writer that we know from the States, from Washington, Gary Piazza, he'd had a perfect script, and I was like, this is everything that I wanted. And we developed it. COVID happened. A bunch of stuff got pushed back. I ended up doing Rupture in the middle of that, and then we're done. 9 months later, we jumped onto Dig Me No Grave, and I was like, it was just the most surreal experience making it, because it was essentially a one-location movie.
I love those. I love those.
I'll make the comparison. Rupture was like, it felt like a big budget movie because we had so many unit moves, so many locations, and it felt like such a huge production. And that in itself was an experience. But when we did Dig Me No Grave, it was like going back to basics of shooting something that was more intimate, more character driven, and James, Dave and James, as always. I don't have any issues with these guys at all. They fucking outperform almost everybody in every movie. That's not meaning saying that all the other actors are bad, because they're fucking incredible in their own right. But these two, especially James and Dig Me No Grave, I think by far, and I think I've said this to James' face, by far I think is probably one of his best performances that he's ever delivered.
Thank you, brother.
I'm excited to see it. Now, is this more thriller based or horror or a little bit of mixture?
Dig Me No Grave is more of a thriller movie.
Okay.
I wanted it to have aspects of horror in it, but I don't think it really touches on it. It touches on moments of gruesome kind of gore effects kind of stuff, but I don't think it falls under the umbrella of horror. Spring Lakes definitely does though.
Nice. Now, is Spring Lakes coming out this year as well, or just Dig Me No Grave?
I'm not too sure just yet. I'm hoping that we can release it by the end of the year, but I still have Dig Me No Grave to release. I don't want to release Spring Lakes before Dig Me No Grave. So more than likely, it'll probably be 2024 release.
Okay.
But that, again, is depending on the distributors and the buyers and whatever they say, because I am at the distributor's mercy and trying to get my released.
Yeah, I got it. I understand. But I'm sold because I love thrillers and I love one location movies. That's kind of been my thing for the past couple of years. I've been growing to love them more and more and more because it challenges the actors to really perform. You know what I mean? And I'm just kind of become a huge fan of that genre now. But I'm sold because, you got Mark in a white beard. And
dude, you know what the funny thing is? Like having Mark in a white beard and having him with the baseball cap and glass and everything. We actually just kept referring to him as a very funny character, which I will show you in just like 10 seconds.
Okay.
And when you see the comparison, everyone's gonna laugh because
okay.
And this is what we kept referring to him as, and James knows this. Ready?
Ready. Oh my God. Spielberg.
Wow.
Spielberg.
That's what we kept calling him.
And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a Steven Spielberg biopic next.
Oh, that's great. That's amazing.
So I'm like, Mark is going to be Steven Spielberg from now on.
Oh, that's it. I'm going to call him that now. I can call him that because he's not next to me. He can't kick my ass.
Yeah,
I can call him that from afar. But yeah, I'm sold. James is screaming at a bloody skull. So yeah, I'm in. Yeah. But yeah, I love and he got a new back. A news in it as well.
Yeah. It's I think the comparison to make for like if I was ever going to make a comparison, and I think we tried to aim for a kind of Misery kind of meets The Revenant kind of vibe,
Love it.
with Dig Me No Grave,
Okay.
because the story kind of lends itself to those two movies, and the crew that we had on that movie on Dig Me No Grave is incredible. I know we're here talking about Rupture, but Dig Me No Grave is just as special. So I think people are gonna like, and we debuted the trailer for Dig Me No Grave at the Rupture premiere, and
nice.
people absolutely fucking loved it. Everyone cheered the trailer, and even still, like we shot the movie a year ago, and it's still in post, and I have no word of a lie, probably at least 6 or 7 messages a day from people asking me when the movie's coming out.
Dude, it looks great. Cinematography's great. It's on point. I was getting a little bit of surviving the game vibe there, a little bit. But yeah.
There's that there as well, yeah.
Oh, all right. But yeah, I am stoked
It's
for
a pretty
that.
hardcore film. I think
Yeah.
people get to see it, it's gonna fucking throw them.
James, can you talk a little bit about your character without spoiling anything?
Yeah, I'm a guy that I kind of live in the woods, if you like. I'm not a survivalist or anything, but by anything like that. But I'm a guy who's more comfortable living in the woods, and there's a certain situation that happens that sends my character on a different path, and that path is laced with blood and guts, if you like.
Love it.
But he's a real complicated character. I think he's one of the most complicated characters I've ever had to play, simply because of his emotional state and how he comes across. I can't really say too much on that, but I think when people see it, there's going to be a divide on what they think about the character, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's going to be quite interesting to see.
I like that. Different of opinions. Be like, no, he was right. Like, no, man, he was wrong. I like that. Well, I wanted to at least.
The same will happen.
Oh, go ahead.
The same will happen with what James just said. There will be a divide with David's character in Spring Lakes, I think.
Okay.
Because his character is so left of field, and his motivation for doing things in that movie only makes sense to him, and not the rest of the world. And I think, and like Dave's and I've been talking almost every day, and he's been essentially been auditioning to me on the phone, even though he's got the part. But he's been
professional.
He's been reading his character to me and how he wants to do it. He's been describing a lot of things to me, and I think, and there's a reason why James and David are not talking, because I want their characters to meet for the first time.
All right.
And
for
it to be some kind of fucking next level crazy fireworks that take place, because
Get fucking ready.
These two deserve to be in a movie together opposite each other, because they're incredible.
Nice.
All right. I'll tell you what, though, Preston, I'm a little scared. I'm a little frightened because, David is one of the most exceptional actors I've ever had the pleasure of working with.
Oh, right? Thank you, brother. Thank you.
And I know that David, not only does he bring his fucking A game, this guy is a fucking what they call body changer, shapeshifter.
Yeah.
This guy,
chameleon.
Yeah, chameleon. This guy becomes the fucking cat. And I've read the script and I'm looking forward to doing it. I'm looking forward to doing everything else. I'm really confident. The only thing I'm shitting myself about is when I come face to face with David.
Yes.
That's going to be.
Yes.
That's going to be a nuclear bomb right there.
Oh, I can't wait. Ranjeet, is Spring Lakes a part of Dig Me No Grave, or is that a totally different movie? Like
I like to connect all of my movies in some aspect. So there will be something in Spring Lakes which relates to Exiled. And Rupture also relates to Exiled. I think Dig Me No Grave is the only one that kind of stands separately from all of them. But definitely Spring Lakes, Rupture, and Exiled, they are connecting movies.
Nice. For just
The
back to
Marwa-verse, isn't it, Ranjeet?
That's
The
it.
Marwa-verse, that's it.
The
I like that.
Marwa-verse.
Marvelverse. I like that. I like that. Any chances of working again with Sean, Ranjeet?
I'd like to, yeah. I mean, I wanted him for Spring Lakes, but because we were getting so kind of like far into production,
Yeah.
I was just not able to get him because I know Sean's working on a bunch of stuff as well at the moment. So
Right. Bogeyville and stuff like that.
yeah. So
But yeah, but I meant to tell Sean that he's got some of the most intimidating eyes ever, and you're gonna lose the goddamn staring game. You're gonna lose the staring game, man, if you try to play it with that guy. But yeah, hopefully we see him. I would love to see Sean in a scene with James and David in the future. I think that'd be great.
Absolutely, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
sure,
I wanted to sneak in just a little bit extra time to show that Dig Me No Grave trailer. So I'm excited to see it. And we'll go ahead and wrap it up for today. You know I could talk to you badasses all day. You know that.
All day long.
But I gotta let you guys go because I know you're extremely busy over there because it's getting late over there in the UK. But thank you all for watching. That's right. If you're new here and if you enjoyed yourself, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to the old Samurai Guy. That's right. We represent action, martial arts, and horror, baby. That's how we roll. Yeah. That's right. And don't forget, everyone here, all the awesome guests here, hey, you can follow them. All their information's in the description box below. So make sure you follow David, James, Sean, Mark Strange, Ranjeet. That's right. I didn't put the general down there because he's a private man, you know. I didn't put Nick down there. But it was cool to see Nick pop in for a little bit and get Samurai Guy demonetized. So thank you, Nick, for coming in here and getting my channel shut down for what you I appreciate it. I can't wait to have you back on here, my friend. But we love all those guys, man. We love all these guys. You guys are awesome. That's right. It's your second home.
Thank you, Preston.
Second home.
Yeah, thanks for having us back on
Preston,
this wonderful show.
Preston, can I just say something?
Go ahead.
Can we get that Soldier Show on? I've got the DVD out ready to rewatch.
Okay.
Sometime this week. So when I've shot Spring Lakes, when I've done my bits on that, can we talk about Kurt Russell's Soldier?
Yeah. I'll message you and we'll try to schedule something. I would love to review that movie with you. It's gonna be a lot
me
of
too.
fun.
Me too. There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
It's a shit film.
No, it's not. No, it's not, James. Come on, man.
There goes the good. I like a bit of controversy.
We're gonna have fun talking about it. The good and the bad, David. We'll have fun talking about
Absolutely.
So stay tuned for a Soldier review coming soon. But Ranjeet, thank you, my friend. You know, we'll get you back on here. I miss talking movies with you too, man. Just reviewing movies. I miss it, but you're always so busy filming.
We need to do it again, man.
My work schedule's crazy now, so it's like, you know, I'll try to fit in who I can, but it's also awesome to have you guys here.
Preston, I want a t-shirt. I want a Preston t-shirt to go with my hat.
Oh, you want a Fat Samurai Guy shirt?
Yeah.
Well, well, thank you so much. Hey, the description's in the box below for our show, for our store.
Definitely.
Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. So hey, don't forget, guys, that you're watching right now. Once again, you can check out Rupture for free. Have some fun indie hardcore cyberpunk action fest. You can check it out for free on Tubi and these other sites. Watch David and James and Mark and Sean in action, and of course Ranjeet directing as well. And a little quick plug for Mark. Support everybody's work here. Keep an eye out for Hounds of War for Mark Strange being in that. Directed by Isaac Florentine, who I've actually had here on my channel a while back. He's a great guy. And don't forget about Sean's Bogeyville. That's right. Is it Bogeyville or Boogieville? I think it's Bogeyville.
Bogeyville.
Yeah. If he's going to look like that in the movie, you know we have to watch it. We have to watch that.
Yeah,
and of course, Spring Lakes. That's right. Keep an eye out for this as well as Dig Me No Motherfucking Grave, son. That's right. Keep an eye out for that as well. So thanks again for watching. Don't you badasses go anywhere. But you guys, I'll see you on the next one. Keep watching movies and representing. You guys take care. Bye.
Bye bye.